Welcome back to Golf Simulator videos. We're here today with the Flightscope Mevo Plus. We have it hooked up to E6 Connect, and we are going to discuss some setup information regarding the Flightscope Mevo Plus in a golf simulator environment such as we are in here, because in previous videos you will know that I've had my Flightscope Mevo Plus 7 feet behind the ball, and I've been doing that for putting, chipping, irons, driver, which is just off to the side here, and I've been getting some good results. First off, want to make sure you subscribe and like and even hit that bell. That way you are aware of videos like this that come out with some good information that you should know. Now, some recent information was discussed on a webinar yesterday via Flightscope. Alex and Tyler did a great job, presented a bunch of information and answered questions for users. One piece of information that came to light was that engineers were telling them that the 7-foot range from Flightscope Mevo Plus to ball was designed for putting, and that they actually recommend the strike zone for full swings to be at 8 feet. And so I've been having great results at 7 feet, and they also communicated with me saying that 7 feet can work, but they just recommend the 8, and that's what they want to tell users. They're even going to update their material to reflect that, so something to know. What I want to do today is I want to test from 7 feet, hit a few balls, and then test from 8 feet and hit a few. I'm just going to use an 8-iron, which I think is a nice in-between club, and we're going to compare the data and see if we get similar results, and that way you can be confident when you are looking at what you're going to set up at your house distance-wise and size to see if it will work for you. Now, do understand that everyone's environment's different. It doesn't matter if it's materials such as turf or screen or lighting or anything, and we're using a high-tech device such as this with radar. All of those environmental objects and items are very important to take into consideration. So, make sure you do your best to plan accordingly, and obviously test once you have your unit and you can set it up. Now, if we look here from the ball, if I measure from the ball, I have a 12-inch mark right here. I can easily move up on my strike mat, and I know exactly where that is. It's center of this little sand mat, and we are going to hit balls thereafter, but we're going to first start with the 7 foot. So let's go to practice. I already have my user in there. Driving range. We'll use the flat range for this demonstration. None of the settings really matter in this case. Let's see if we can hit a few. I'm going to go ahead and select iron, as they recommend you select either wedge, iron, or wood. See if we can just hit a few nice 8-irons with the metallic dot facing forward, high quality ball, Pro V1, 10 feet ball to screen, if you did not know that distance. So I hit that one just a tad thin and pulled it just a little bit, so not a perfect strike, but it will give us kind of a range of shots. We'll use that as the first one. 156 carry. My average with this club is probably about 160. Launch angle 18.8. I obviously hit that a little bit thin. I'm assuming my launch angle is probably closer to 20. Backspin 5900. So pretty solid information there. I know my clubs quite well. Obviously with HD Golf I have a ton of information I can compare to all the time, as well as other launch monitors and devices. So that was more along my ball strike, starting a little right of center, drawing back. It's going to be close on distance and everything. Let's see here, 154.9 carry, launch angle 21.7. That's what I thought. I thought it was around 21 or so on average. Backspin 5500, which I believe is, around average for my 8-iron. I think I can get it up close to 6,000 on a nice strike. Let's see if I can get a nice clean one here. That last one wasn't bad. So I definitely pulled that one a little bit again. These are still going to give us some great data, so all similar shots. Carry 153, launch angle 22. A little lower spin on that one. Backspin 5200. Try to hit one more clean one for you. Definitely pulled those two. That was a nice ball there. Started just right of center, drawing back. It's going to land right about center. Nice and crisp. You can see I carried that one longer. That was a pretty pure shot for me. 159 carry, 22-degree launch angle, backspin 58, a little higher like I thought. So that's a perfect example. You can see several shots, so you have data to compare there. We know what my average was, about 159 or so. Launch angle was around 21, 22, backspin 58. Let's take those numbers. Let's reset. Okay, and I can just hit my reset button up here. And so now we're starting with fresh. And let's take the ball. Let's move it up to our marking spot here of exactly 8 feet. I am off my mat a little bit, but it's an easy way of getting, and I'll tell you what I'll do. Let's go into E6. I don't know if this makes a difference or not for setup, but let's make sure we do everything here. Let's go into the settings. Let's go into simulator, configure, and let's change sensor to T to 8 feet. Okay. Now we know that there are no variables that could be throwing anything off. The sensor to T is at 8 feet. We're going to be hitting it from 8 feet. We'll make sure we're on 8 iron. If you guys are unaware of that setup, that's the setup screen under simulation, to set your device up, which you want to do, obviously, before getting started. So let's see what we get here from 8 feet. Try to keep these swings the same. That was pretty close, just right of center. Little draw. I hit that well. The ball looks similar to me right now. 159 carry, 21-degree launch angle, backspin 57. I mean, those numbers are almost, holy smokes, identical from the 7-foot. That's about perfect there. I could move it. That's my center line, like right there. And if you didn't hear me say it, we're using the metallic dot, Pro V1 ball, 8 iron in hand. Oh, that was a bad shot. We got to throw that one out. It is what it is. That was pretty bad. So let's toss that shot there. Definitely some bad shots in my bag. Carried at 149. Hey, let's look at a bad shot. Launch angle 21, backspin 45. Yeah, I just hit that thing fat and all right. Another clean shot here. There we go. Right of center. Drawing back. Hit that one really well. So what do we have? 161, a couple yards farther, 23-degree launch angle, 5700 backspin. So, I mean, we're seeing very similar data, and we're set up for 8 feet, and we did everything from 7 feet accordingly. I mean, my personal opinion here is that we're not seeing anything too different. So I'd be very interested to see any of my Mevo Plus users out there that are watching. Have you tested from 7 and 8? And are you seeing a difference in full swings? If anyone is seeing a difference, I wonder what their environment is. Because this is a Flightscope recommendation. I always want people to follow OEM recommendations if it's allowed. In my situation, I actually had this room set up to be 7 feet unit to ball. So that's what I've been using from the beginning. And it's been working really well for me, but I'd like people to comment below. Tell me what's working for them, or questions you may have. Tell me what other content you want to see too. So we're obviously doing a lot. We're covering a lot of things. There's a lot more to come. Make sure you subscribe and like. I appreciate everybody that's been supporting the channel so far. But yeah, be sure to drop a line in the comment and let me know what you think of this video and what you'd like to see in the future. And we'll talk to you soon. Have a great day.